Then I saw Thor: Love and Thunder, and I thought it's decent. I give it a 7 out of 10. Everyone's shitting on it. Some people are saying it's worse than The Dark World. I'm like, you're fucking retard.
It's because the comic it's based on is really dark, and they cut all of that out of the movie.
Yeah, I get that bit, but
and the whole
they're not even releasing the deleted scenes.
But the whole thing of Gore the God Killer,
No, it's the
God
God
Butcher.
Butcher.
God Butcher even. Fuck, I'm sorry, I've not seen the
Yeah,
film.
but it's a lot of fun. I don't
The
think
whole
it's the most
thing is,
intimidating thing
he
you could do, but
kills
it's quite
very few gods. I think in the entire film, he kills 4 of them, and only one of them is on the screen, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's some letdown, but there's a lot of really good bits. Like, they turn like Stormbreaker into like a jealous like girlfriend because he meets Mjolnir again, and like he's like trying to summon like Mjolnir back, and Stormbreaker just like casually appears and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, for fuck's sake!
There's a lot to like in it. I don't think it's this terrible piece of shit that everyone's saying it is.
Mm.
If you go in there, I went in there knowing it wasn't going to be like a serious movie, so I was.
Yeah, I mean,
I was
everyone
like,
knew that it wasn't going to be a serious film because of the tone set by the last one and the fact that it's directed by the same guy. But then the fact that they've missed out the key part of the villain doing his villain stuff, and questionable choices of CGI.
No, I forgot about the kid's face.
No.
It's so bad.
I am no longer shitting on Marvel CGI because someone put out a post saying how bad it is for the VFX artists, because they would do it, send it to Marvel, and they go, "Can you change it?" Like literally, they've had to do like 20 different versions of She-Hulk because they keep going, "Can you make her skinnier?"
Yeah, but at the same time, the funny Indian kid's face. He looks like the fucking pickled boy.
Yeah, I just can't shit on the CGI now. Because I'm gonna go, okay, it's bad, but it's not their fault. They're overworked and underpaid.
Well, so it's just like the games industry. Every big industry has people underneath it that get absolutely shat on, overworked and underpaid.
Yeah.
And
Solution don't work.
Solution, fuck the big companies, everyone leave, they'll try and hire people, and when they can't hire anyone, they'll go fucking bust.
Yeah, it's bad.
The dream.
But and then I watched Miss Marvel, which was like a show where I watched the first episode and I was like, that's shit. It's just not what I want to see. And then the second episode I was like, okay, that's alright. Third episode I was like, okay, it's getting better. Fourth episode, they just completely derailed. Fifth episode, it was just doing the same shit. She wasn't even in it for half of it. And then the sixth episode I was like, I enjoyed that. Like, there was some good stuff, but like the middle just dragged. Because they introduced a villain in episode 2. I was like, that's why I was like, okay, they've got a villain, that's cool. Episode 3, introduce a new villain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, why are you doing that? Then episode 4, they go to a different country. Episode 5 takes place in the past. And you spend about the first half of the episode with characters you haven't met before.
What the fuck?
And yes, it links into the end, but then it's just like, oh, is that it? And then like some woman sacrificed, and then the villains die, the ones that were second introduced, in like some shit sacrifice. And then the last episode they bring back the villains they haven't seen since episode 2. And I was like, why are you doing this?
This does seem like very shite pacing.
Yeah, the pacing
And
dreadful.
writing.
Do
In
you know
terms
when like
of villains.
Moon Knight went to like Egypt for like 2 episodes? Yeah, they did that, but they didn't do it as good.
Ah. Right.
Yeah, and everyone got up in arms because they changed the powers, which I kind of understand.
Or did they change the powers to? Is she no longer rubber?
Yeah, she's meant to be an inhuman who can do rubber things, but they made her like some cosmic mutant. And yeah, they fucking introduced the mutants in this in the most shittest way possible because the guy was like, I've had a look at your DNA, and there's some sort of mutation, and then they play like the X-Men theme. She goes, oh whatever. I'm like,
Yeah, that's dog shit.
and I'm like, the problem is mutants, which everyone really fucking wants. Why haven't you introduced this in the film? Why is it just stuck on the show on Disney Plus? That, let's be honest, not a lot of people fucking watch.
It got cancelled.
Because a lot of
already.
people. What did?
Like a few episodes in, it'd already been cancelled. Like they weren't getting a season 2.
No, I don't think they were doing a season 2 anyway. It was just a set of the Marvels. But like, it was like what was I saying?
I don't know.
Mutants in show.
Yeah,
garbage.
like it's like why not a lot of people are going to be watching it because like even like say Obi-Wan, that's like started with like I think 1 million people watched it like the day it came out.
Yeah.
Not many people are watching Miss Marvel for that. Like no offense to the people that worked on it, but no one was that interested.
No.
And like a lot of people when they went to see Multiverse of Madness was like, why is Wanda evil? Because no one watched WandaVision.
Yeah.
Like.
And I mean, if they had, they probably would have gone, why the hell did she do
Why is she
all
even
of it?
evil?
Why is she evil? She.
They were like, the screenwriters came out. They're like, oh yeah, we want to turn her evil at the end of the film, but we didn't want to let someone else do that, so we just decided to do it anyway. I was like, why are you doing this?
Why?
And then obviously we had Comic-Con, so they announced the new Marvel films. Shall we go through them and see?
Comic-Con?
Oh god.
Comic-Con London.
San Diego.
Oh, San Diego.
They've literally got for about a year's space. They've got about 7 films coming out, 10 TV shows. It's just ridiculous at this point. I remember when there were years in between Marvel releases.
Yes, so the Infinity Saga was like 10 years long. The Multiverse Saga is 5. So basically, next we're getting She-Hulk. That's got Daredevil in it. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
I'm a very good lawyer.
Yeah.
Then it's Secret Invasion, which I could not give a shit about.
I mean, that's the one. That's one with the shapeshifters that have
Yeah.
been slowly taking people.
Then there's Ant-Man and the Wasp 3, which I'm looking forward to because I want to see Kang.
Fair enough.
But like, it doesn't look like we're getting Kang for very long, which is a shame.
Who is Kang again? Remind me.
Kang is like it's hard to explain Kang.
Isn't he in this? Isn't he the guy that's behind the people that run the TVA?
Loki, yeah. Well, that's a different version. There's like multiple versions of him throughout time and universes and stuff. Then there's Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which would be good because it's James Gunn and he knows what he's doing. Then to end Phase 4, it's Black Panther 2, which I'm looking forward to just see what they're gonna do.
I'm kind of not, because it's realistically, I understand that they want to keep it like the thing going, but in memory of Chadwick Boseman, they should have just let the character move on. I think really.
No, the character's died.
Yeah.
They hold like a funeral for him, but they're making someone a new Black Panther, which I kind of understand.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of. Yeah.
Because Black Panther is something that's passed down, like his father was it before.
Yeah. True.
Then we get Echo.
What's that?
Just some. There's a character that was in Hawkeye. She's like deaf, and she's like the Kingpin's. She worked under the Kingpin.
But is she actually deaf, or cause,
yeah?
Right. Oh, so she's Deadpool's
When
girlfriend.
anyone mentions
The
King,
inverse of Deadpool.
No.
Daredevil.
Yeah. No. Deadpool's girlfriend in the comics is deaf.
Ah no.
And
no,
Thanos curses him with immortality twice to try and keep him with her, keep him away from her, so that he can have death. And then you've just got in Journey to the West, Sun Wukong, who is like thousands of times immortal because of all the fucking pills and peaches and wine of immortality that he drank and ate within the space of the first few books.
Then we got Loki season 2.
Uh,
Then Blade.
they're bringing back thingy for it, aren't they?
Snipes, Wesley Snipes.
I think
Is
so.
it?
I think so.
Because it's Mark. Oh, I can't even fucking read. I can't even say. Mahershala Ali is playing Blade now. Then we get an Ironheart, which is like new Iron Man.
It's basically, isn't it, like it's female Iron Man teenager.
Yeah, she's gonna be in Black Panther 2,
Right.
using Wakandan tech to probably make her alright.
Why can't we get Superior Iron Man?
Oh, well,
He's
because,
Iron Man, but a terrorist.
but Tony Stark's dead.
Yeah,
And
just
then-
bring back one of the other Tonys.
And then we get Agatha Coven of Chaos, which is the villain from WandaVision.
That no one really cares about.
I don't know why we need it. Why do we?
Why
do we
does
have
she need
25
a
TV?
movie?
She doesn't need a TV show. Okay.
Jacob's
then
getting
Daredevil Born
angry.
Again. Yes. Okay. Daredevil's great, but it's 18 episodes long, which I'm like, what?
Well,
Like,
to be
the
fair,
Netflix one's for 13.
yeah,
Just give him a movie.
but you can't get as much character development in those.
Then you get Captain America: New World Order.
Okay.
Then you get the Thunderbolts.
What?
It's
I don't
like a
fucking
team
know.
of like. Well, basically, Thunderbolt Ross got together like a team of fake Avengers, posed as like superheroes, but in reality they're evil. But the problem is the person that played Ross died, so I don't know what they're gonna do there. Then we get the Fantastic Four. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yo, is that when we get to meet the world's smartest man reading?
Again.
In this one, he goes to Wanda. He goes, "Black Bolt can't destroy you with a single word," and then she goes,
No, the
He
one
has a
I
mouth. Then he has a mouth and then he just speaks.
the one I saw was Captain Marvel can kill you with a single movement of her arms. What arms? And then Black Bolt just kills her.
Yeah.
That one fucking annoys me. Black Bolt's death I kind of understand. Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, he turns him into cheese.
Yeah. It's,
Captain Carter gets split in half. Captain Marvel has a statue fall on her. She fucking blast it or just roll out of the way.
yeah, but you know that no.
She's like the most powerful person there and she can't even fucking do anything. That's the
Because
most
the
stupidest way properly.
Because the magic.
And then you get Avengers the Kang Dynasty. After like ages waiting for an Avengers movie to like kind of do anything. Because that's what the problem is with this Phase 4. It didn't seem like it was building anywhere. When I was like, we're going to wait till this. Normally you should have had an Avengers film, then another one, and then you have these ones. But,
Yeah.
but then in the same year, we also get Avengers Secret War.
When was
God.
Secret War?
Secret Wars is
Well, the original Secret War was basically, we want to sell action figures. So let's just put a comic in which we put everyone in it.
Oh yeah, it's the one where everyone
Fine.
appears.
And then the second one is like the multiverse one, with like Doctor Doom running it. But 2 Avengers movies in 1 year, that's fucking ridiculous.
I do kind of want to see MCU Doctor Doom though, just because Doom is a funny guy.
Yes, but we've also had 2 shit Dooms, and one really shit Doom, and a really, really shit Doom.
Have you seen in the
In
comic?
the 2015 one where he just blows people's heads up.
Yeah.
Why can't we get a good Doom? Doom is
I
a
don't know.
funny guy. He cured cancer just to piss off Reed Richards.
Have you seen? Have you seen in the comic books? What's his name? Deadpool is the reason why the Venom symbiote is insane.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
it attached to him first.
For 5 seconds, and then Deadpool's like, "No, I think I'll just put this back."
No, it was like, this thing's in my head, this poor little fucker.
Yeah. Just having to live with his multiple personalities. Oh God.
Well, have you heard the reason they're not like pulling the pause on, like they're not doing the mutant straight away, is because when the new cast started with like First Class, Apocalypse, Days of Future Past, the people that started there, they basically signed, when they signed their contract with Fox, it was basically a contract that says you can't recast us until like 2025, I think it was. So when Marvel took over Fox, they also took over that contract. So they don't want to do it because they want to recast the characters, but they can't until 2025. So they're laying this like long like groundwork for it by saying, okay, we're introducing the mutants, but they're not going to do it until 2025 when the contracts are up and then they can bring their own people in.
Yeah, but to be fair, I like that some of the members of that cast were decent. Like for example, James McAvoy, and who's the other that played Magneto?
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
Nicholas Hoult is great as the thing. No, not thing. Beast.
The Beast. Yeah.
I like Nightcrawler in that, but you can't beat Alan Cummings. Who else was there? Jennifer Lawrence was
Decentish.
Mystique, but she got killed off.
Did she?
Yeah, she got like impaled on like a bit of wood.
When's this? Is this?
That was in like Dark Phoenix.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
I've
that's
not
the one.
watched
That's
that.
the one that no one watched.
Yeah.
They kind of got fucked over because they're like, oh, we're gonna do a big final battle in space, and Marvel went, you see, we're doing that for Captain Marvel, so can you just make it on a train? Or like, so they changed the final battle to a train.
And then Captain Marvel was shit anyway.
The problem with Captain Marvel is
She can't get
she can't get injured because she's like literally the most powerful being in the universe.
aside from Celestials.
Yeah, you know what that's called?
Mary Sue.
Yeah, Mary Sue.
Like
No
the problem
one
is
likes them.
there's some really good parts of that movie where she has to like overcome stuff, but like the final battle is her just beating the shit out of Jude Law,
And I mean, even then,
and even the fight before that, she's just destroying people. I'm like, yes, it's kind of like a I'm really powerful thing, but like there's no entertainment, there's no drama. Like if you look at like the
There's
first
no
Iron Man movie, he has to go toe to toe with Ironmonger.
he also
Well,
he also has to go toe to toe with the people that captured him.
He also has to go
Twice.
toe to toe with the fact that there was no script for the film.
No, that was Iron Man 2.
Was it? I thought that was just Iron Man.
No, I think it was Iron Man 2.
No,
Wait.
I can't.
Iron Man, like, it's
Was it Iron
kind
Man
of
1?
weird how old
Wait, when was it?
Iron
No, the
Man
Riot
is
Strike
now.
was 2007, I think. So yeah, it might have been the first one. Yeah.
What even, who was the villain in Iron Man 2? Was it?
Whiplash.
And
Mickey
Justin
Rourke.
Hammer.
Mickey Rourke plays Whiplash. He's constantly speaking Russian and saying shit to Justin Hammer. That if you actually understand Russian, he is talking massive shit to him. And then
I think that's the point, though.
yeah, and then Hammer's just like, I don't know if you know this about me, but I don't speak Russian. He's just Hammer hammers it up.
I think they're just doing too much at the moment. And it's
Yeah.
not working.
They're trying the approach of throwing off shit at the wall, some of it's going to stick.
I think they're spreading their creative team too thin.
Yeah.
I think they're overloading people with too much content.
Yeah.
It's not healthy what they're doing.
And it's not
working.
all good content either.
Like, no offense to Hawkeye, who wants a fucking Hawkeye TV show?
I mean, parts of it looked interesting, but the fact that they basically made one of the main characters of a previous film into the main bad guy for all of it, and then neither of them fucking win.
Wait, who's the main bad guy?
Yelena from Scarlett Johansson's sister in the thing.
Fun fact, haven't watched it. Because
It's shit.
It should have come out like
Taskmaster
5
stupid.
years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, what day is Taskmaster? It's so strange because there's some bits where I'm like, hey, I can see what you guys are doing here with like the TV shows and that, but I just don't think Phase 4 didn't seem to work for me because I didn't know what they were building to.
No.
And I still don't feel like a lot of the stuff they did is they're doing like origin movies, but they're not. They're just trying to give you the origin. They're not trying to tell a good story. Like you look at the first Iron Man, great fucking film.
Great
it
story.
gets you from one point to the other. You understand his origin. No offense to someone like Moon Knight. As much as I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
there wasn't anything too important going on. Or if you look at like, let's say Miss Marvel for example, it really just seemed to be let's introduce the character and get her to the point where she is in the next film, without actually telling something that was thematically interesting and doing something.
Yeah.
It was just like a jumbled mess, and I was like, what is it? It's just like they go, okay, you need to know this guy, you need to know this person, you need to know this person, so that when you go to this thing, you understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. In my head, like the first Iron Man film is just like an enigma. It just sticks out as something that exists for
Well, it's
some
because
reason.
everything was like bad up until that point, except Spider-Man, and, like a couple of the X-Men,
Blade.
and then
Yeah, Blade. You
Not
forget
the,
Blade.
the
Yeah, but
first
two and
Blade. The first Blade. And Blade 2's supposed to be good as well, but 3 is...
and then you got Daredevil, with Ben Affleck.
Oh god, that was not brilliant from what I
I don't even
remember.
know that exists.
He gets super sight when it's raining. And that somehow makes him fight better.
He fights like Elektra in like a park. That was weird.
And the main villain other than Kingpin, he only really fights in the last bit, is Bullseye.
Yeah, there's a great bit though because Jon Favreau plays Foggy, and in in No Way Home there was meant to be a line between Charlie Cox and Matt Murdock, and he was meant and Happy Hogan's meant to go, my memory's a little foggy. I was like, why did they cut that? I don't like that film. I really hope the No Way Home like extended edition thing is coming to stuff the cinemas. Because I know it's doing it in America, but like I want the England ones to do it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're England, so no one likes us.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
know, it's valid, but...
Well, I mean, we somehow managed to get them to replay Morbius.
We almost got them to replay it again.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, I
fucking
couldn't
Christ.
go that day. I was at work.
Please do it again. I like how Minions became like what they hoped Morbius would be.
They
Yeah.
managed to gaslight a company into replaying a film.
Well, like the whole thing died when like
When Sony
Jared
themselves...
Leto got involved.
Yeah. Oh.
I hate that man.
So if you did enjoy this video, I have a podcast, the Now That's What I Call Comedy podcast. The link will be in the description below. I also have a Twitter at now_that's comedy. Thank you. Goodbye.